As a millennial of a certain age, I had been blissfully unaware about the whole TikTok. Well, I'm unaware about all TikTok trends, basically, unless it relates to Minnesota Fighting Vikings. And Spielman's, my money don't jiggle, jiggle. It folds. It's such a freaking earworm, man. Like, I can't get it out of my head. I'm going to go full lobotomy, like the end of the movie Pie. Just zzz. Anyway. So NFL.com's senior NFL analyst Gregg Rosenthal, Delaware, he did up the projected starters for all teams in the NFC North division, and we want to walk through. There's some familiar faces on some of the other squads, as well as the Vikings. Did he get it right? Did he get it wrong? Let's dive on in. So quarterback Kirk, questionable. Running back Dalvin Cook. Fullback will be C.J. Ham, except the modern NFL hates fullbacks. Wide receivers Jefferson, Thielen, KJ. Although BC getting a little bit of work. Although I think KJ is going to have that wide receiver 3 spot. Irv tight end, yes. Offensive line Darisaw, Ezra, Bradbury, Ed Ingram. The rookie, as well as right tackle Brian O'Neill. Now, the first week of true on-the-field OTAs has been a rotation of Jesse Davis and Chris Reed at that right guard spot. It does seem like the other 4 offensive line spots are solid, or at least Bradbury and Ezra are going to be given every opportunity to keep their jobs. Darisaw and O'Neill are locks defensive-wise. So they're going to be lining up in multiple formations, so don't hold this down. It's like they're lined up now in a big nickel formation, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, 2 corners, and 3 safeties. But I think it will be an amalgamation of this, where Daniil, Diesel Dalvin, Harrison Phillips. Now, Armand for Watts was at one of the starting 5-tech spots, where Daniil Hunter was a standing outside linebacker in a base 3-4. But if they're going to go nickel, I think that there can be ways where Daniil has his hand in the dirt again, which is something he's accustomed to, and Zadarius Smith is standing up as an outside linebacker. I think that is actually this is probably going to be their base nickel defense, where they'll have Cameron Bynum potentially working in the slot. I think that Shondon Sullivan, Nate Hairston could be working in the slot as well. But Daniil, Diesel Dalvin, Harrison Phillips, Horrible Harry across the front, yes. Zadarius Smith, Eric Kendricks, and Jordan Hicks as your linebackers. Maybe Brian Asamoah eventually supplants Jordan Hicks, because I think it's going to be tough to keep him off the field. Then you got Patrick Peterson, Andrew Booth Jr., a rookie second rounder out of Clemson. I think that he does have a good shot to supplant Cameron Tiny Dancer, who's sort of right now penciled in as the starter. I think that Booth, if he can stay healthy, knocking on all the wood, has a chance to be the steal of the draft. And you could also find a world where Patrick Peterson, another year older, another year wiser, yes, but maybe Cameron Dancer really comes along nicely, and he sort of steps into the background as more of a rotational corner, and it's Dantzler and Booth on the outside, round the outside, where you got length for days, man. And then 3 safety look, which is something I love, and is something that the Vikings will have the luxury of being able to do. Harrison Smith still has some tread on the tires. Lewis Seen, first rounder. Woo. Fans are going to love Lewis Seen. And also Cameron Bynum. Cam Beasley played fantastic last year. I think that he's the future starting free safety, but also don't sleep on his cornerback versatility. He can also do some work from the slot. So I think that Rosenthal is pretty much spot on here with the Vikings. Going to the Packers. Greasy Grime, Green Bay Packers. Rodgers. Aaron Jones, the best Aaron on the offense. Lazard, Watson, and Amari Rodgers. Oof. Woof, man. That's rough. All right, so this is basically what's going to be rolling into historic U.S. Bank Stadium week 1 as they're trying to get their sea legs under him. Alan Lazard, the Lizard King, is he really going to be wide receiver 1? Devontae Adams didn't want to come back. MVS signed with the Chiefs for $10 billion. And then you got Watson, super untested. The last game that he played was against Tennessee Baptist State. And then Amari Rodgers, T. Martin's kid. Great. Awesome. Robert Tonyan, Sycamore, Indiana State, the pride of. Offensive line-wise. All right, so where's Elton Jenkins? All right, is he still being... Does he say anything about Elton Jenkins? All right, so he's saying to come back from the AC. I actually do think that Jenkins will be good to go, but we'll see. So Bakhtiari, Runyon, Josh Myers, Zach Tom, the rookie coming out of Wake Forest. Josh Myers, the former Buckeye. Yosh Nijman, the former Virginia Tech stud. Bring it. Now, Jenkins will probably slide in at this right tackle spot. There you go. Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, Dean Lowry. I mean, Dean Lowry just hangs around. He's like the old guy at the party who won't leave. Yeah, I got nowhere else to go. Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith. The Smith brothers broke up because we got Za'Darius, Devondre Campbell, former Gopher, stud, stepped it up, got himself paid. Jar got himself paid as well. So Jar, Douglas, and Stokes, that's a nice 3-corner combination. And they got Savage. Savage is going to get paid too, as well as Adrian Amos, the former stupid Bear. I ain't scared. I ain't scared of that at all. Going to the Lions. So they got Jared Goof at QB, Swift at running back, as well as Jamal Williams. Going to be spelling him. Amon St. Brown. I think Amon St. Brown is rising up. I think that he is a damn fine player. He's going to be one of the best young wide receivers in the game. DJ Chark. I mean, that's their big move. The guy who couldn't hack it in Jacksonville. Cool. Josh Reynolds, the pride of Montana. Hawkinson. Taylor Decker, Jonah Jackson, the pride of Ohio State. Yeah, we didn't need Jonah Jackson at all. Frank Ragnow, the pride of Chanhassen, one of the best centers in the game. Big V, they can't find a position for him, so they're just moving him wherever. It's like, hey, it's a bit of a sunk cost fallacy. We paid him all this money, but we don't know where to play him. And then Penny Sewell is playing the right tackle, which, yeah, he struggled out of the gate. He really found his footing. Pun intended, later on in the season. I think him and Decker are a nice tackle duo. But, I mean, Sewell's a left tackle, man. So eventually you got to get rid of Decker. Hutchinson, the number 2 overall pick. Him and Akwara and Charles Harris. 3 defensive ends, which is great, which is physically impossible. But I love it. The real deal with Aleem McNeil, the pride of NC State, a guy that I loved in the draft. I was really pissed off that the stupid Lions got him, as well as Anwuzurike and Zaloni. The guy that just hangs around. Mike Hughes and Jeff Okudah. Classic combo. Mike Hughes revenge game coming on up twice a year. Tracy Walker and Deshaun Elliott. And then the crooked Chicago Bears. So this is juicy. So Fields needs perfect protection in front of him to be anything, right? So their offensive line, they got Larry Borum, Mizzou, did okay as a rookie. Cody Whitehair, Kansas State, respect. Lucas Patrick came over from the Packers. I mean, Lucas Patrick is a career backup, so plugging him in. And Dakota Dozier. Oh, baby. Projected starting right guard for the crooked Chicago Bears. Vikings defense, Spice Adams meme. As well as Tevin Jenkins at right tackle. Now, Jenkins played right tackle at Oklahoma State. They dreamed about him starting at left tackle, but I don't know. Montgomery and Mooney, the two guys with talent on this team. Byron Pringle is your wide receiver too. Velus Jones, the 37-year-old rookie. Good luck with that. And then so they got rid of Khalil Mack. So they got Robert Quinn and a bunch of guys I've never heard of. And I do football. All right, so Roquan, Jalen, pride of Utah, love him. Kyler Gordon, the rookie out of Washington. Cheeseburger, Eddie Jackson, maybe he can bounce back. Brisker from Penn State. So they invested heavily in the defensive back room. This is the Justin Jefferson effect. So again, Justin Jefferson effect because you got Kyler, you got Brisker, and then the stupid Packers, like though they extended Jair Alexander. Oh, we can't let him go. And also they used a first-round pick in Eric Stokes. That's exactly what happens, man. That's exactly what happens when you're in a division with Justin Jefferson. Long time, but yeah, overall, I think Rosenthal did a pretty good job here. The only guys I would swap out, I guess I wouldn't really swap anyone out. Maybe Ed Ingram doesn't secure the starting job as a rookie out of the gates. Maybe a guy like Chris Reed, the veteran who played well last year for Indianapolis, maybe he slides in there. But other than that, I think this is what it's going to be. Maybe Asamoah for Hicks. That's really about it. But that's it. NFL.com projected the starters for the NFC North. Where they get it right for the Vikings, where they get it wrong. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts and their thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.